Hi Kiwi! Alright, we're heading straight into another Hades 2 run.
Best be off.
Today is a new day from the last recording, and you're in the middle of doing personal care. Oh hey, if it isn't good old
The
Zeus.
king of the gods must have his hands full recently. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Ah, young lady, so we meet at last. Emerged from all that gloom to help us settle an old score. If you possess your father's strength, then we have the advantage. Let us strike.
I think this is another one where I like the original artwork from Hades 1 a little bit better, but still looks cool. Curious to see what his relationship to Chronos will be, since, I mean, also his father, I believe. Your attacks inflict blitz, which after taking 120 damage, affected foes get struck by lightning. Your Omega cast also causes lightning bolts to repeatedly strike one foe at a time. Your sprint causes nearby foes to be struck with lightning bolts, which use magic. Alright, let's just go for the base attack. Let's see how this goes. Because I think the way this weapon works is it's basically I hold down the button and I deal damage. And if I hold down it long enough, it'll start doing its Omega version. Alright. Okay. So, my main goals for this run are, aside from obviously getting as far as possible, just gathering enough resources to further unlock things. As far as things to talk about today, I mean, I guess most recent events are I've been working on this this absolutely cursed video, which presumably by now, or by this point when this video is uploaded, it'll probably be finished, but just in case, I'll hold off saying anything further until it's officially out. But if it involves Lorenz from Fire Emblem Three Houses, that's the video I'm presently talking about. Alright.
All quiet.
Ooh, okay, that's Selene, okay. I think was how we pronounced her name? Either way, let's go ahead and get our Hex tonight and see what it does.
I'll send you to your graves.
I have to be careful about using my using this attack when there are walls in the way. The fact that the projectiles bounce means that they have a potential for being able to deal a lot of damage. It does seem hard to aim, though, once I'm locked onto a target. It doesn't seem like my angle changes very much if there are other enemies that, like, get close. That's fine, though. I think overall this weapon seems relatively easy to use for now.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
Alright.
Now that Artemis has revealed to Olympus what they need to know of you, she had pretext to return to your woods. But your reunion needed to be brief. Once our troubles have subsided, may we Silver Sisters meet together and rejoice.
I'll have to refresh my memory what she is in terms of Greek mythology. Let's see, your Hex
Please
turns
make
you...
your choice.
Hex turns you into an Hex turns you impervious living nightmare with her own abilities for 5 seconds. Alright, Your Hex raises one random slain foe from this encounter to fight for you for 12 seconds, or your Hex restores 25 HP up to 3 times, which reset every time you use fountains. I think this is probably the best option because it's just a free heal every floor. And I'm curious to see what the full moon glow. The Hex has the most potential and gains +2 upgrades for your next Path of Stars. I think let's just take HP. The first one sounded like the most fun,
Moon water.
but a reliable
And
heal
shine.
sounds too good not to pass
The
up.
river Cocytus winds through endless misty passageways, the wailing souls within its languid waters, all denied their eternal rest.
Reminds me of home.
Oh, and you know, wait, actually no, I don't want to use the Hex in here because it's limited per floor, but I was going to just see what it looked like for a moment. Alright, let's go ahead and take... I'm going to focus on getting Ashes for now because I need the... There's that new upgrade that lets me get magic and... Okay, I can't move too fast here. Or I have to move faster than these guys will permit me, so I'll use my Y attack and see how this works. But the reason why I want Ashes most urgently right now is the... Bear with me, this room is kind of icky with this weapon. Oh my goodness, I've taken... Alright, not a whole lot of damage, but enough that it bothers me. I'll have to remember to use my cast before... I need to remember to use my Hex before I completely clear the floor, I guess. Probably at the end of a boss fight, if nothing else. But I move too slow to evade this thing if I try to charge up my... attack, yeah. There's no dodging them that way. That's annoying. Okay. So maybe this weapon isn't as good as I hoped it to be. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought for like 3 different comments. Oh, right. I'm trying to save up Ash so I can get the passive that lets me... what's it called? It'll allow me to get passive HP and maximum magic every time I clear a certain number of encounters, which just sounds inherently strong in terms of survivability. But also, if I can spam my magic more, that'll scale well with a weapon like this, where your best attacks are oh my goodness. My train of thought is just easily broken today, it seems. I guess it makes sense. I feel pretty tired. Work has been relatively draining. Well, we only have one option to upgrade, so I guess we're just going to deal more damage. How does Blitz work again? After taking 120 damage, the afflicted foes get struck by lightning. Okay, so basically, it lets me build up damage and then consume that damage to do that same amount of damage a second time. Seems pretty strong. Particularly against bosses like this, where I can get a whole lot of damage on them really quick. Ouch. Ooh, that chunked me a little bit. Just seems like with a weapon like this, it's hard to completely pop them quickly, because my base damage on each hit is pretty low. I only do 15, and then when the Omega attack starts coming out, okay, it's a little bit better, but not amazingly. And yeah, I burned through magic very quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and use our Hex. We need the HP. But yeah, that Hex is pretty strong, I'd say. And at least this does 25, so maybe if I just get a bunch of these spammed, I can do a fair bit of damage. I feel like I'm going to have trouble with this weapon against Hecate, though. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Without a reliable way to regenerate magic, this can be a little bit rough. I've taken far more damage in this room than I would have liked to admit. Is there any... doesn't look like there's any mana regen. Oh, and I haven't used up enough. I need to use more magic to actually be able to heal, so I guess we're just going to do this. And it'll get popped the next time Blitz pops. Yep, there we go. Okay.
To test that thing.
We never used to have much contact with your father. So when Hades ceased communicating with Olympus, we figured he was back to his old ways. Turns out that old sneak Chronos got him. There was nothing we could do.
Alright, specials hit foes with a splash that knocks them away. Your Omega cast immediately detonates, dealing damage and knocking foes away. After you strike your foes with a weapon, a spirit bubble may appear. I think... I feel like with this build, I need my cast to be able to hold things in place. Although, I guess that's... even if I don't charge it. It's going to be one of these two. I need the magic regain for sure. I think I'm going to take the cast and just see what it's like.
The valuable is near.
It's a death cap.
Oh, that's interesting. I think that was Selene who was telling us that. Alright, and now we're just going to get bones, which is fine. Yeah. Alright, so far not impressed by this weapon terribly, but it's good to test out the new weapons and get a sense for how they work. It does feel like the Zeus boon that I've gotten so far is really strong against bosses, but not so great against these early... Oh, hi Artemis. Okay, well, I'll take that.
The hunter's mark again.
Try and burn some magic so that I can get my heal sooner. I should try... I need to test out my cast and see how much damage it does. Oh, darn, I was worried about that. So it looks like the burst damage is only if I charge it up with the Omega Strike, potentially. I'll confirm that in a second, I suppose. Yeah. I think I misinterpreted how that works. That's unfortunate.
Nice shot.
I should have taken the spirit bubble after all. Unfortunate. Hey, at least we're gonna find Artemis after this room. That'll be nice. I think. There she is. Hey, Artie.
Quiet.
Artemis. Salutations.
Hey, you bested Sister Hecate. She told me so herself, and with, dare I say, more than a hint of pride. Though she's intent on testing you still?
That she is.
She always said I can't beat Chronos if I can't beat her. And so we spar. I think she's gone easy on me to boost my confidence.
Well, I can plainly see she failed. Gone easy. If there's one thing the Witch of the Crossroads hasn't ever done, it's that.
Fair enough. Alright, let's see. After you dash, your Omega moves deal more damage for 2 seconds. A random foe occasionally becomes marked and takes critical damage. This repeats. Foes with at least 80% HP or 80% armor may take critical damage. I think we take the marked and chance of getting crits.
Alright, I'm off.
That'll be very powerful for bosses as well. And then here is our spider friend, Arachne, right? We'll take some armor. It likely won't last for very long. Oh, enemy spawned. See if I can burn my... Okay. If I'm not hitting enemies, I'm not consuming them. The magic doesn't add up the hex, even though it looks like it should. Good to know. Alright, Arachne.
Got some cocoons for you.
Oh, fun.
Saw you get into a scuffle with the great big witch. Why are you fighting? I thought you were on the same side. Oh, I can hardly keep up with everything lately.
Headmistress and I aren't really fighting. Well, no, I suppose we are. Except it isn't born of anger or misunderstanding. It's just her way of making certain I'm prepared.
Huh. Well, look, you show her for me the next chance you get, won't you, my friend? And no pressure, but I might be watching just in case. I won't get underfoot, I promise.
So let's see. 40 armor that restores magic. Gain plus 5 gold every time you exit a location. Channel 40% faster. I do have to wonder if that would affect my basic attack channel or not. Because I doubt it's going to affect attack speed that way. I think the magic gain for now is what I need most, just to really reliably have a source of damage output.
Mine.
And then I think... I mean, further booning up Zeus would probably make my basic attacks ramp up damage very quickly. But the coin could get me an HP up, which would also be very huge. I think I'm going to take the Zeus spoon, or the upgrade to the Zeus spoon for now. Because the coin is not a guarantee. This is still a guarantee. This is a guarantee because I don't have really anything else other than the Zeus spoon and the Poseidon boon to benefit from here. And this room should be a place where I can gather up enough magic to... Whoop. 1 second. This is kind of spooky. This is definitely a place where I can use enough magic to reliably... doing this. Okay, yeah, so the explosion is only if I fully charge the cast. I think I should have taken the other boon. Oh well. But anyway, I should be able to use enough magic here to be able to use... Ugh, man, I wasted so much armor. Whatever, we're full HP now. I will absolutely be losing this armor by the time I fight Hecate, but hopefully I at least have it long enough to get through a phase of hers or two. Okay. Yeah, I think let's just keep stacking Heavenly Strike for now. Oh, there's... I really like this passive. This is going to save me from missing things that I would be very upset to miss.
I merely borrow this.
Okay. And we're going to take the HP because I need the survivability. I have one more cast of the healing X until the end of this floor. So, if only there was a way to reliably regain armor. I know there's a tarot. I've heard that there's a tarot card that lets me do that eventually, but I still need to take less damage than if I lose the armor. I just don't get it back until I get another thing that gives armor. And I think Arachne is the only way to really get armor on these right now that I'm aware of. So, at the very least, the cast is pretty darn strong. I wonder if there's going to be a boon that that makes it so your blitz automatically pops even if you don't deal the necessary amount of damage. For example, if you hit it with a certain other ability, or if it's gone long enough that it hasn't been activated. That would be cool. I could see it being pretty strong. Like there was a boon combination in Hades 1 where Doom, which was kind of similar to Blitz in that it's damage that sits over your enemy's head and then eventually gets activated, only it In this case, this is Doom with a conditional, where I have to do a certain number of damage to get the Doom to activate. In Hades, Hades 1 rather, it was just you needed to wait a certain amount of time after placing the Doom counter to activate it. But there was, I think it was Aphrodite had the ability to make it so if you inflicted another status ailment on the Doom afflicted enemies, they would immediately have the Doom activated, and it made for some very substantial and fast DPS in those instances. Either way, there was our crit mark. Seemed to be doing pretty good damage with that. Another Zeus boon or a shop. I think I'll take the Zeus. I'm curious to see what other boons he offers. This is the last room before the boss fight though, so the shop may have been more worthwhile, but I don't have any damage. At best, it would have gotten me either a boon or a HP up, or maybe a magic up. But
In the name of Hades.
all right, specials and also inflict blitz, and pretty strong blitz damage on that. While you have no more than 10 magic, all foes are occasionally struck by lightning. Hold cast to aim where the binding circle appears. Foes within are struck by lightning. Oh, okay. I think this is probably pretty strong because I can burn through magic very quickly if I want to. So I'm going to take Spirit Surge.
No getting used to that.
I'm going to hope for another... I'm going to aim for another God's Boons on my special, I think.
Compose yourself.
At least for now, I will.
I trust the dark of Erebus was not too much to handle with the ever-burning flames of ignium to light your path.
I'm going to assume the Flames of Ignium are the item she gives you when you beat her.
No, Headmistress, it was not. Although I've much to learn in how to wield these flames.
Oh wait, I'm dumb. That's just the weapon I'm wielding.
Then you have come to the right place. Show me how you make the shadows dance.
Will do, Headmistress. I'm just going to try and burn as much magic as quick as possible. Whoop. I did pretty solid damage to her already. Yeah, the blitz damage adds up quickly. Not sure which was the clone, so I'm just gonna... Oh, it was that one. Weird. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Wait a minute. I think I can keep dash... I think I can still dash while holding the attack. I might be mistaken there, but I think... Yeah, it keeps using the charge attack even after I dash, I think. That's pretty big. That's pretty really... No, I must be wrong about that. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, no, the Omega Cask gets conserved. Alright, so now that I've, in theory, used up all of my magic... Oh, nope. Never mind. Nope. Okay. The fact that I can dodge while holding this is pretty significant to realize. And in theory, she'll keep taking Thunderbolt damage now because I don't have any magic. I haven't lost the armor from Arachne yet, which is pretty nice. See if I can actually dodge this. Whoop. Nope. Right, just focus on evading enemies and the little circles that spawn under me in a second. And we'll get unsheathed soon enough. Oh, actually, this is a different pattern from usual. She's not summoning things underneath me. She's summoning things around herself. Okay, we're free. Right, I'm full magic now, which is great. So now I can easily do this. Okay, yeah, hands down the biggest thing I just figured out is the fact that I can dash while maintaining the attack. I am feeling the lack of magic pretty substantially, though. Like, I run out of mana too quickly. But that's fine. Blitz is going to be the bulk of our damage at this point anyway. Every time Blitz pops on her, she takes pretty substantial damage. And the lightning bolts at low mana are pretty nice too. Alright, I think we've just about got her. Just want to make sure I position correct. Oh! The lightning bolt got her. I'm like, how did I kill her? It didn't look like I hit her. Alright, fair enough.
Impressive show of force. Hold nothing back as you continue on.
I think she's wielding the same weapons we are. No, no, she's not, but they look similar. Alright. Well, I don't really have a reason to use my Hex now because I have the full HP. So I'll just let it reset onto the next floor. Maybe it'll keep the charge. That would be really cool. Alright, is Chronos going to show up again here? He is.
How fare you, little one?
Hi,
You
Chronos.
seem to know your way around. I am master of this realm, yet even I would never venture into yonder woods. You even found your way back from your detour in Asphodel.
Damn you, Chronos.
The fates cannot help
Oh.
you now.
Oh, am I fighting him?
Time is running out. I think now stop. 'Tis a pity that this granddaughter of mine is both a weakling and a fool, though an elusive one. I ought to thank the fates that we have met at last.
The fates had nothing to do with this. You took my family.
Our family. Make not their same mistakes, and in time, we surely shall grow past this halted start to our relationship. I shall see you later.
I'm genuinely curious to know, like, why. I mean, obviously, the whole thing is the Olympian gods broke apart and sealed away the Titans. But I'm curious to see what the relationship now that we're past that point, and
My feet are clean.
I'm curious to see how this story takes their relationship forward, I suppose.
Within the sopping, blackest pits of Oceanus reside horrors that the greatest mortal or immortal poets could not possibly describe.
Don't sell yourself short, Homer.
I really like that they've established this as Homer. I think that's very clever for giving the narrator a name. Alright. Hestia will hopefully give us something shiny. Oh, this is an icky room. I think this is where my special attack will actually be very useful, because I can use it for AoEs while I focus on dodging. Alright, yeah. So the cast didn't restack. I only have three casts of my...
The water spouts.
1 second. Oh gosh. This is a nicky place, Kiwi. I need my cast. I'm gonna pop it right here, and that should do a whole lot of damage. Not enough to kill, but definitely a bit better. There we go. Whew, that was a lot at once, and I lost my armor, unfortunately, so I don't have... Oh. At least the water spouts don't hurt. Hopefully Hestia gives me a way to regenerate mana.
Bloody depths are you, dearie? Underneath the sea? It's hard to get a blaze a roaring when there's water all about, but if you can handle the pressure down there, I can bring the heat.
I still maintain the fact that she looks like someone I would enjoy baking with. Alright, rapidly restore mana, but have 20% less maximum health? Oof. That's equal parts really good, but also terrible for me. Special attack launches a fiery projectile, but uses 10 magic. Hold cast to aim a fiery projectile that explodes on impact. I think I'm going to take this. I need the mana.
Getting warmer.
A Daedalus hammer. Heck yeah. Okay, so I could unlock these and potentially be offered better things, but the hammers are just so game-changing. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and go straight for this. So I'm already realizing that the biggest weakness of this weapon is just the simple fact that I cannot easily dodge, and giving up my cast definitely feels like a mistake on my part. But, or specifically giving up the part of my cast that holds enemies still. But on the other hand, this cast is really strong, and now that I have a really reliable way of regaining mana, or magic, or whatever this is going to be the equivalent of, may honestly be better for me in the long run. Because I can also use this, because the slowdown on...
It's no use.
I'm out of magic, hold on. Yeah, the way things slow down is really strong, but now that I have this passive that makes me regenerate mana, it's probably going to be unlikely that I'm really getting those Thunderbolt passives going. Alright, let's see what we get on the hammer. Your special orbits 50% faster at the point where you fired it. Your attack split in two the first time they strike foes. Your channel of your Omega special 20% faster and uses less magic. I think split fire, because that's kind of how we're building right now.
Further refined.
Okay, shop or mana? I think we go shop because I can potentially get mana on top of a boon. And then I could get another Hestia versus a HP up. Indeed. Yeah, I think let's go with the Poseidon boon first.
I trust your boatman there appreciates that the smooth sailing he's experienced in his mercantile routes is no coincidence at all.
He looks so fancy in this. I really I know I commented on, I think it was Artemis and Zeus's design. Less a fan of them, but quite a fan of Poseidon's glow up. Alright, special hits foes and knocks them away, double up, or after you enter a location, prime to reduce damage by 2. That doesn't sound amazing. I think let's just double up on resources we can find for now. I think this is a new song. What have you got to say, Charon? Also, I found out that this is just a placeholder for character art.
A special offer of some sort, my lord. I've returned as much gold as I could, but know full well it isn't easy for you to procure the goods you provide. Oh, thank you.
What is this?
Redeemed this at the crossroads. Is that it?
Okay. Cool. I don't know what that does, but we'll find out soon enough. And now I have 30 more magic, which will help as well. Alright, this is a tough decision for me, because the survivability is substantial. But this gives me a pretty strong Hestia boon. I think I'm going to go with this route and just see what it gives me. Oh, it's this guy again, right? That makes sense. Here, let's try and get rid of these supports as quick as possible. Whoa, oh, I'm not dodging all that. There was no chance. Now that the laser dudes are kept taken care of, we should be in pretty good shape, though. Oh, well, you know how it is. I had confidence. Gonna focus on getting to safety, and once this guy comes back up, now let's focus on dealing some damage. Alright, so we're now, but I should be... oh, perfect, now I have an excuse to heal. So it looks like my mana will not restore while I'm using my Omega attack, so I have to be mindful of that fact. But that's fine. That's honestly okay. We can manage for now. Ooh, that was a big hit. I was hopeful that the Hestia mana regen would be permanent and up at all times. Unfortunately, it's not that way. But now that we got the armor down, this guy should be a quick kill. And ooh, yeah, the splitting of those attacks makes it hit a lot faster. I had exactly 25 damage, so I took it. Sprint destroys most ranged shots near you and inflicts Scorch on foes that fired it. Gain HP and magic, but give up 1 boon selected by Hestia. Oh, it tells me what it gives up. I didn't notice that last time. Gain 50 max life and magic. It's either going to be this, because that's actually pretty amazing. Oh, tough decision, tough decision. I think we need the survivability more than anything else. So I'm going to go for the Burnt Offering. Take the boon that I didn't really need anyway. And give me the 50 HP and magic. That's amazing. Okay. And I think I'll take the Nectar, because I don't think I have that many of them, unless I'm mistaken. I don't know how to check. It's fine. I'm gonna go for the Nectar. We need to unlock more keepsakes anyway. Oh dear, that's a lot of things all at once. Just focus on getting as much damage off as I can here, but... Again, it seems like I have a lot of damage now very quickly with that Zeus boon. Turns out Zeus is still really strong even with a different form to how his passives work. And the lightning, now that I understand how it works, it is more reliable that I can get the lightning off if I'm just channeling like this nonstop against foes. I seem to have taken a single hit of damage, probably from that steam earlier. Alright, Zoo Spoon, HP up, or money. I think let's go for the Zoo Spoon and see what else we can stack from him. Okay. The fact that I can dash with this move makes this a lot more doable than I initially appreciated, because I was worried these sorts of enemies were going to be a really difficult situation to deal with. They still are a little pressing, but this is way more manageable. Anything with mobility cast in these sorts of games tends to be really strong because it allows you to DPS while also maintaining being able to space appropriately. Okay, let's get my mana to regen, and then I can cast to clear these guys out. There we go. And now that the shield is broken, you're an easy pickings. Cool. Alright, that went pretty well.
In the name of Hades.
Special inflicts blitz. I think I'll still skip that. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning and gains 50% of the time. And again, and again 50% of the time. Whenever your blitz effects activate, a bolt of chain lightning fires from foe to foe. Oh, there it is. There's good old chain lightning. Welcome back. It's not a lot of damage though, so it's not as amazing as it sounds. I think I'll go for the Ash this time because again, I really need that stacking HP passive sooner than later. The splitting from the Daedalus Hammer is pretty substantial in terms of upping my damage potential, I have to say. And then it's pretty cool once I run out of mana, everything just takes a pretty chunky hit from the lightning damage. A shame we can't really get to appreciate. Oh, there it was. I saw it. There was the chain lightning. Oh, we're failing out. I'm gonna let my mana regen for a second. I think I have enough. Yep, I had enough. Perfect. These seahorse or these Hydra head type projectile guys are a pain in the tushy to deal with. Not terrible, but a little annoying. And it does look like my aiming redirects when I dash, which is very convenient for, well, multiple reasons. What have we got over here? Excellent. What is this called? Glassstone? I forget what it was called. I probably can't afford anything at the shop, so let's go ahead and take this palm and hope I can stack it on my basic attack again. It seems like our build is very dependent on dealing blitz damage. Alright, attacks inflict blitz. Definitely feeling the diminishing returns on it. Or Spirit Surge when you have no more. 75 damage every 5 seconds. Doesn't sound that amazing, actually. I think this I could make a pretty strong argument for because it's a flat, what, 25% increase in damage. But I think most of my damage is coming from this, so I'll just keep stacking that up. Even though there is diminishing returns on that, I think it makes the most sense for me in this moment. And I still have one whole full charge of my Hex, so I can heal up pretty well here. This run feels pretty good so far. Hi, Skilla.
Good, you're just in time for our set. Been working on a song called "I'm Gonna Claw Out Your Eyes Then Drown You to Death." Comes from a real personal place.
Is it any better than the one I heard on my way in?
No, it's not, because all our songs are the best. Each like a perfect little child. Not a bad one, like you.
Now, in theory, my current build should be pretty effective against this boss because it specializes in a lot of AoE. And conveniently, the AoE is targeting the drummer, or the crit increase chances targeting the drummer. So we'll just go ahead and DPS the heck out of her first. Oh, look at that! We already took out Roxy. Awesome. She's hiding in her. Skill is hiding in her shell. Okay. Can I not damage you at all? Nope. And then you shoot projectiles out. Whoop. Let's dodge that. Okay. So far things feel pretty solid. Let's just focus on getting. We'll take out. What was? I forget what her name was. What the guitarist's name was. Okay. Oh, wow, we already took out Skilla too, because I guess when we were wailing on Roxy, she just lost all of her HP. All right. Let's focus on taking out the drummer one more time because she's definitely the scariest member of her band. But yeah, if I time the dash right, I can pretty reliably dodge that. Oh, can't dodge that if I don't see it coming, which I definitely saw it coming. I just did not react fast enough. It's fine, though. It's fine. I'm going to focus on... I'm better understanding how to use my sprint effectively now. It's basically the way the sprint works, which is not something that Hades 1 had, is you need to... After you dash, you just hold... Or after you use your dash, you hold the dash button. Could you please kindly let me move? Thank you. I think I should be safe here, relatively speaking. Alright, we took out the drummer, who's objectively for me the hardest one to deal with, I would say, overall. The other ones are difficult in their own right, but for different reasons. I'm going to focus on trying to take her down. The final phase should not be too terrible, because my AoE should... My projectiles are piercing, so they should take out her... They should take out her minions pretty reliably. I am finding that this is also still fairly difficult to contend with, but it's not terrible. There are so many projectiles to dodge, though. Okay, we took out Scylla, which means we can take out Guitarist pretty easily now. Goodness. Okay, I definitely took a lot... Oh, okay, so that's cool. The Guitarist is a backup singer. I appreciate that. Alright, there we go. Jetty is her name. Roxy, Jetty, and Scylla. Let's just try and DPS her as fast as possible and use our cast when we need to. These little fish don't do a lot of damage. The main issue is they can overwhelm you quickly with just numbers. But I think we got her now. And one pop and done. Sorry, Scylla, but we gotta keep moving on.
That's quite enough of them.
Alright. Well, I definitely took more damage than was ideal. But we're making it onto the next floor, and honestly, our odds feel better than usual. No guarantees what'll happen next, but especially since I really haven't seen it. I think I made it to the first room of the next floor and died in it. But at least there's some amount of promise to the scenario.
I can use this.
Wish me luck, Kiwi.
Within a green-tinged chamber that the shrilly singing sirens made their own, a pathway plunges deep into the unknown outskirts of the underworld.
And I'd say,
This is Scylla's little lair, huh?
oh, it's her prep room.
Too firm a ground.
I will say I think I liked Coral Crown a bit more than Claw Out Your Eyes and Drown You.
One step at a time.
But I appreciate the lyrical sensibilities of the song.
Watching me.
What's watching you? Oh. Ooh, I don't like you. What are you? This is a weird place. I don't actually know where this is. I forget what it was called. It's been a hot minute since I last played my last run. But we're getting it's cool that we are getting further every oh gosh, why you? Can I just ignore you and move on? If only it were that simple, I suppose. Alright, what have you got to ruin my life with this time?
To set another curse on me, Eris? For all your idiosyncrasies, I never took you for a traitor.
I'm not, I swear. It's just, you'll never understand. I wanted this to be a special moment, but you had to go and ruin it. My work here is done.
Yep.
Curses.
Same curse as always, so... Where is it? There it is. So... Yep. I'm just cursed to take increased damage, which is... I don't understand why they do that, other than to really, like... I guess make it more difficult, but I'd appreciate it if she didn't do that, for example. It's fine, though. It's fine.
It's all so vast.
So if I recall, what I'm supposed to do is follow these golden leaves. There's our palm. There's our... Oh, hello, enemy. Have I seen an enemy like this before? This feels new. Is it a... It's just a face ball. Okay. Weird. So I can take the gold. Let's go for the Hestia. I call it the Vestia. Oops. Let's take the Hestia boon first. And I think I'm not gonna use it right away because I'm relatively well off in terms of HP at the moment. Like, I mean, it's not a good amount of HP. But I don't think I should use my Hex just yet, just to play it safe and see if I get some heals in a little bit.
Not now.
Alright. Yeah, this as long as I stay moving, this current setup feels relatively strong, all things considered. Not a fan of the pustule attacks that these guys have, but Oh, right. Supposed to dodge those. Forgot about that bit somehow.
Did to me.
Cool. Okay, now we can get the Hestia boon. Let's see what she gives.
On my authority.
Specials inflict Scorch. Your sprint destroys most range shots. Oh, this is so much weaker than the last one, but I guess it doesn't matter terribly. Your cast... Hold cast to aim a fire projectile that explodes on impact. I think we'll take the sprint because it'll allow me to destroy projectiles, which seems like a very good defensive tool. It was very effective in the last run where we had it, so... I think for me to exit this area, I'll still need to take that other thing that's under wrap, so let's go back and grab this pomegranate. Oh, that's a lot of things. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this for the, Oh, you punch! That's cute. That's very cute. Just try and deal as much damage as I can with distance between me and the enemies. And their lack of armor makes them a lot easier to deal with.
Right now.
Try and regenerate my mana as much as possible, and then damage you from a distance. So it does look like the blitz does wear off if a certain amount of time passes, which makes sense, but is unideal. I think we just chain attacks on this guy until he dies. Man, my base attack damage does like nothing. It's entirely the blitz that matters here. Okay. Pomegranate of Power. Let's see, your sprint destroys. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Well, the lightning damage on Chain Lightning getting boosted will be nice, especially if I'm dealing with multiple foes at once. Alright, so yeah, that's how it works. I need to take all of these things before I'm allowed to leave.
That's more than usual.
I think we know what we have to take. Like, the Hestia boon sounds amazing, but it's a Daedalus hammer, come on. The first one made a huge difference already, so we don't really have a choice here. In fact, I'm going to go straight for the hammer as soon as I can. Let's see if I can ignore that for now and just go straight for the hammer. What are you? You're kind of cute. It looks like you just have arm. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, I don't like this. That was weird. Oh, what a weird attack pattern. Not a fan of that, admittedly. Okay, it looks like the path splits.
The golden petals on the ground.
What's... Okay. I am following the golden petals on the ground, but I can't go through there. I thought that, like, hovering cross over there was, like, an item I could pick up, but I guess not. I'll double check that just to make sure in a little bit, but let's go this way for now. Where is my hammer? There it is. Alright, here we go. The music got a lot more intense for a moment there. Alright, I'm going to focus on damaging this way and kiting back for now. Just because the enemies here will probably do a lot of damage if I'm not careful. But they feel relatively easy to kite overall, except when I dash into their attacks, which, you know, makes sense that would be a problem. Wow, okay, that was relatively not bad. What have you got? Special fires in a straight line ahead and destroys 80% of any armor. Ooh. Your special creates one more flame. When you channel your attacks, they deal 10% damage, and you move... Oh, man. That sounds really, really strong. But this is the build we're running, so I have to take that.
My silver shines.
Let's see how this looks. Whoop. No, no, sir, please. That's so rude. I saw that thing coming at me, but I didn't mentally register that it was a threat. Alright. Our attacks, you know, in hindsight, what was it, 20% more attack damage, ends up only being 2 more damage on the base attack, which is not impressive. I guess when it's fully charged up it matters more, but here it feels... Oh, would you look at that? What a nice little find. That only gave us 4 HP, though. You're fancy looking. Oh, another... Okay, cool. So I guess there's reason to go off the beaten path. Although that looks like the exit, so maybe I'm not exactly going off the beaten path after all. Well, let's keep exploring and see if there's anything else to find. Because I am vaguely lost at the moment, unfortunately. I found the hammer. I think it was coins were the other thing that I needed to get out of this room. Alright, here's where I was before. Here's the golden petals.
Should try an incantation back home.
Huh. Apparently that tree does something. Interesting. Alright, I think the other thing was this way. Cool of them to just drop me a casual 8 HP in this room, though, because that wasn't on the panel that's like, here's the things that you'll get if you clear this room. Alright, focus, Jeff, focus. Let's find our goodie pile. Which looks like it might be this way. We haven't gone this way yet, I think. I may be vaguely lost. Okay, this is where we got the hammer. So, follow the petals this way, maybe? I know there's an incantation that'll make it easier to follow, like this path easier to follow and less likely to get you lost. And now I understand the value of it because, I may genuinely have to fast forward here because I'm a little bit turned around. It was probably somewhere obvious, and I probably even saw it. I just did not mentally register it, and that's a problem in its own right. But yeah, I guess I'll fast forward this section. Aha! Here it is.
Can't take this yet.
Okay. Have I seen an enemy like this before? I probably have, but I didn't know he charges at me like that. Or I didn't remember if I did know. Oh dear, you do a lot of damage, hun. Why am I calling you hun? Oh, and now there are a bunch of you, so I gotta be careful. Looks like I can pretty easily kite around the spooky things, though, which is good. Probably just gonna use all of my heals. Which is unfortunate, because I'd like to have saved those heals for something like a boss, but it's fine. Alright. 3, 2... He didn't time well with me. Oh, you're spooky. You're a werewolfy type thing. Oh, I'm jumping into the miasma. Be careful. Well, oh man, that blitz damage hurts. That did a lot of damage. I think we're good now. The blitz should kill this guy, even if it takes a little bit. Okay. Some coin. And I'm going to use this heal. I doubt I'm going to find something that heals me by time it matters. Alright, now in theory, the exit was kind of in the upper right, based on what I saw earlier. I'm hopeful is the case. I think it was up this way and around this corner, past where the hammer was. There it is. So a shop or a Poseidon.
Which way?
I think the shop makes more sense here. It'll give me a chance to heal. You know what? I should have saved my heal. I should have saved my heal for after I found the last room before the boss. That was a mistake. Unfortunate, but we'll live. Just make sure I'm not missing anything else fancy around here, but it doesn't look like I am.
Gone all this way, my lord.
Okay, so we got a lot of good things here. I think the HP and Poseidon take priority, though. So HP and Poseidon. After you enter a location, reduce damage. Now, the one thing I'm curious about is this just I take 2 less damage once, or I take 2 less damage forever at the cost of the 30 on entry? I don't know, and I'm curious to find out, so let's go ahead and take Flood Control. Because the other one is like doubling up on resources that I'm not likely going to find as much in these latter floors. But the question now be... Whoa.
Myrtle.
Ooh. Ooh. I guess this wasn't the last room before the boss. Poseidon and Zeus, or HP, magic, and coin to buy something at the shop before the boss fight. I think, objectively speaking, the right option is the best. The left option would give me better survivability. Well, you know how I like to play Kiwi.
Farther than before.
Damage over survivability, because damage gives survivability. Alright, so there's the palm. I guess I'll take this first. New enemy. Ooh, what do you guys do? Alright, looks like you summon little electrical storms. Spooky. Oh, that's a lot of things. Oh, and you're punching. Alright. You know what? I should cast this while I'm... Oh, darkness. Oh, no. That makes it a lot harder to see where you guys are. And it seems like it affects my auto-aim, too, so I gotta be careful here. Those things can dash and redirect. Not an ideal scenario to be in. At least Chain Lightning is going to do some accumulative damage when the blitzes pop. I really don't like this darkness effect, though. It makes it a lot harder to deal with. What are the odds I can... I wonder if you can only get... Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of enemies here. Alright, let's let our mana regen for a second here. Would you kindly back off? Take out that guy real quick where I can. If I can. It's really the big thing. Alright, that's 2 enemies down. Ugh. Oh, and there's one of those big rock fellows. Oh, 2 of them. I guess we proved that they're skull faces of some nature. Yeah, they're definitely face-like. Oh my goodness, let me out. Ugh. Those sucky guys are a right pain to deal with. Would you... No. Where even are you? I can't see him through everything else. Oof, this is a rough room. Maybe, I guess I was wrong. I should have...
Should I take it?
Oh my god. I guess I should have taken the HP room after all, in hindsight. Alright, we need to kill this guy ASAP. I can't see him sitting in the darkness, but I can definitely aim for him. I think we got him. I hope. That was a big explosion. I'm gonna go plowing into the darkness and hope that I can take you out before you are any further a problem. This is that mini-boss that we fought on the first floor, but a smaller version, and that's why there's all this darkness. But man, what an obnoxious thing to deal with. Okay, apparently that was all of the room's challenges, though, which is nice. Or no, it was this. I see now. The geyser damage, blitz damage only gives 10 more. The chain lightning is adding up faster, so either way it's 10 more damage, but this is 10 in an AoE. I think we take this. Doesn't say how many times it bounces, but that's more damage against a large number of foes. So I think it's worth it. Alright, this one's fine. We'll just take that because it's there. There's something this way based on the golden path, I suppose. Okay, so here's Poseidon. I guess since we're already here, let's go ahead and just take this. Hopefully we don't get womboed like we did in the last set of waves. Yeah, that chain lightning damage will definitely add up.
Need to recharge.
I think objectively speaking, especially with a new boss on the horizon, I should have taken the HP magic option. Because the more magic I have, the longer I can hold my attack. And objectively speaking, I need to kill things as fast as possible to survive.
In the name of Hades.
So it probably would have been more damage up overall anyway. I don't think Spirit Bubble is worth it, because that requires me to move a certain way. Specials, I think we just take double up, unfortunately. Maybe I can sell it later for something good.
2 down.
Get another Hestia boon that consumes something. Unlikely, but alright. This is probably where the exit is. So let's head back down this way. This is another thing that I need an incantation for. Alright, we saw where the thing we are looking for currently was. It's over this way. So let's just go find that, and then I'll explore the room a little bit and make sure I didn't miss anything. Because it does seem like they do reward you for exploring these rooms at least a little bit. But there's Zeus. Alright, Zeusy, hopefully you give me something tasty.
Here they come.
Alright. And these I think Gorgons? They're definitely serpentine type things. No, they do look like Gorgons. Medusa types, if not. They look... I completely forgot where my train of thought was. I'm just gonna say I hope I get a Zeus boon that's worth using. I will say overall right now, it feels like all the boons I have found have not been like game-breaking incredible ones just yet. The Daedalus hammers in typical fashion are outstanding, but I don't know, the boons themselves, nothing feels like an amazing game-breaking boon yet. Hold cast to aim and strike lightning. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning up to twice. I guess we'll just take this because it's damage. It's damage, but it's not impressive. It's anything but impressive. I hate passives that require you to take damage to be effective, because the consequence of those is, especially on builds where you don't have a lot of HP, they can be entirely useless. And even if they're not useless, it entices you to... Oh. So that's how double up works. Cool. I don't like the idea of games where you have a very finite amount of HP and HP is a hard to come by resource, if you will. It's hard to sustain and maintain. I'm not a fan of games where they entice you to give up that HP, or I don't like boons that reward you for playing poorly, I guess is how I would phrase it, maybe. Like, it's cool in that, like, if I mess up, maybe I kill the enemy in retaliation anyway. Alright, here's the big question. Is 75 gold enough to buy an HP? Because I think it might be 100. It might just be better to go for the Hestia boon. I'm not sure. I'm gonna just do it.
This way feels right.
Because even then, I might not be guaranteed the HP. And yeah, I assume this is the final room before the boss fight.
The underworld's pulsing, winding river Styx cuts through the edges of the sorrow-spreading fields, connecting to the depths of Tartarus below.
Ah, Tartarus it
This
is.
truly is the Styx. Then I'm so close.
Once again, I'm going to assume that this game follows the same logic of Hades 1, where there are 4 core areas. I have no idea what to expect of Tartarus, though, if it'll be like, I've already forgotten what the chambers with all this, what are they, satyrs? I forget what they were called. Alright. Let's give Hestia a gift.
Dear Goddess Hestia, I hope you will accept this offering. It's a pleasure to have met someone with your warmth, wisdom, and strength.
Friendly grandma vibes.
Well, look at you, making me offerings. Such hospitality. And while I throw most customs to the flames, the old exchange of gifts is one that I don't mind. So here, something from me.
I like the little flower aesthetic that she had. I also like that her shirt sleeves just have her little symbol on them.
Something from Auntie Hestia.
And I'll assume that this works like how the old keepsakes from gods work, where it's basically you get an increased
I accept this message.
chance of finding their boons at the start, and it ups their rarity. Hold cast to aim a fiery projectile. Your Omega Special also launches a fiery projectile, but uses more magic. Specials inflict Scorch. I'm not sure what would make most sense here. But I think maybe I take this, because it's my Omega Special launches the fiery projectile. I think I'll just get the Scorch on my special. All right, I don't know what this is, but it's clearly the boss. Kiwi, we're going in blind to a new boss. This can only go poorly. Let me just make sure there's nothing down here, which clearly there's not. Alrighty, wish me luck. I've got 72 HP and 2 resurrections, which means I've got a fair shot at this. But not a great one. Oh.
Hello?
Okay. Infernal Beast. Whoa, my goodness. Wonder if this guy's related to Cerberus at all.
Cerberus, is that you?
Oh. I hope not. But Cerberus was such a good boy. Well, who'd do this to him? Alright, it looks like I can pretty reliably dodge that attack if I'm careful. But he is a fair bit tankier than I appreciated. Try and get some scorch damage up on him while I'm regenerating mana. Oh my goodness, he hurts. Okay, this isn't great, I will say. What a spooky boss. Who would do this to poor Serby? Oh good, he spawns allies. My favorite mechanic. Alright, and they're the ones that charge at me, so I have to be careful of that. Oh my goodness, there are so many things, Kiwi. Alright. So and he has a suction attack, which is equal parts unfun. I'm gonna just try and cast a couple of these while I'm regenerating magic. Oh wow. Man, that hurts. Alright, that is our first death. We're afforded one more before we lose the run entirely. Okay, I see the timing on that now, but I'm one hit from... Okay, never mind, I lied. I don't see the timing on that. This is a tough boss, Kiwi.
Couldn't do it.
Oh man, it just... I have to dash after he slams the ground. Or just be as far away from his hand as possible. Oh, my goodness, I'm one hit from death, and he's gonna probably do it right there. Nope. Okay. Like, it's tricky because you want to dash away. This is a new mechanic. Whoop. That's really cool looking, but terrifying. Oh no, I need to find... I'm sad that I'm not going to find out what they did to Cerberus and how we fix him, but... It's very unlikely. Whoa, whoa, oh no. Whoa.
Hey, get back here.
Oh goodness, he's...
You
Oh,
will stay out of this.
I think he bailed out. Yeah, he bailed out, so now we have to deal with his Gorgon friends. This should be relatively easy to deal with in theory because I can AoE them very quickly. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, he's coming back now. Let me regenerate as much mana as I can. Oh, we're zooming out. I don't like what's about to happen. I don't know what's about to happen, but it's spooky. Oh my goodness. At least it shows us how long... Whoa! I did not have enough time to react to that. I did not have enough time to react to that. Oh, that's creepy. That's new. I think something different's gonna happen here. Or not?
Get out of my head.
Whew, that was a spooky fight. Alright, well, that weapon felt relatively strong. Still not my favorite gameplay style, though.
Family's dog. It has to be. I have to help him. Come here, you little bug.
He's a frog, not a bug. Poor Cerberus.
Father, mother, brother.
Dog.
Please be safe.
Dog, please be safe. Please. Cerberus is too good to deserve this treatment. The real question is, how do they do that to him?
Dora, don't you pay any attention to what's been happening out there? The rise of the Titan of Time, the siege of Olympus?
Nope. Can't say any of that rings a bell. Olympus, that's where the family members you don't like live, right? And the Titan of Time, I get that he's bad, but he's never done anything to me personally as far as I know, so...
This entire encampment exists to resist his efforts to overthrow the gods and rule the world?
Well then, maybe I should thank him because I happen to like this encampment.
Oh, shush.
Dora, I know you're trying to be silly and sassy, but, I don't think we appreciate that right now.
The last wheel of the three fates, those reclusive determiners of all that is to come, is now under the Princess of the Underworld's care.
Hopefully we get
If
some
they
fancy...
raid, we may have a chance.
Hopefully we get some fancy upgrades this passing through.
Approach.
Okay.
The fates indulged you after all. That is their scroll beside your tent. It followed you out of the shadows. Perhaps it can provide some answers.
Would that it does. The fated list has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
May it reward your efforts at least. But do not expect the fates to always favor you. The bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
We'll have to take our chances.
Alright.
Each night, another possibility.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So, I guess what they're saying is every time I make a run, I get some new potential options. Let's see. Reveal hidden elemental affinities of various boons. Olympians will offer boons that use these. I don't necessarily understand what that means, but it sounds interesting. Exchange plants and other goods for bones at the wretched broker. Cause locations in the underworld to sometimes spawn a well of Charon, which lets me buy things. Potentially, if it's like the old one, it might let me get a extra Death Defiance, which is always good. Reveal a hidden glade in Erebus where you may restore some HP among the gloom. Okay. Make use of the golden boughs in the fields of morning to better orient yourself there. Oh, I bet that's what that was, that the ability to, like, use those trees. Okay. And these I've already gotten all of these, it seems. Okay. So, I guess if I were to pick anything, I think Stygian Wells is really, really potentially good. The elemental stuff may be very good. What does Forget-Me-Not do? I don't actually know. I'll test it out with something I'm less willing to risk. Let's go ahead and get the divination of the elements.
Within the boons of Mount Olympus, I would see their elemental essences, my victory.
Your will is done.
It
Okay.
is done.
I'm very curious to see what that does, because that's entirely new to me. I don't care so much for the wretched broker, so I'll test that one out. Not that I dislike the wretched broker, I mean... I just, I'll test out the forget-me-not.
Time cannot be stopped. Then we shall see. If spill my blood I must, so mote it be.
So mote it be.
Carefully said.
Alright. So I can't afford this anymore because I use my only nightshade, but that's fine. I think the rest is its own currency. So... having a potential HP up in... Even if it's only in the first floor, having extra HP will help. And then finally, make use of the golden bounds. Let's forget me not this.
I'll keep this in mind.
Oh, okay. It's just that's what I had a feeling it would do.
Interesting.
But I wanted to make sure that it wasn't making me potentially lose or waste something without knowing for sure. But yeah, it's just a way to favorite things. What are you?
Special order privileges from Lord Charon himself.
Delivered in 20 nights? Oh, okay. This is the thing that I got from Charon. So it arrives in 20 locations is how this works, I think. I think I save up for the psych. Because to my understanding, that will allow us to upgrade the number of tarot cards we can obtain. And that seems really valuable to us, so... Harbinger of Doom. The daughter of the god of the dead shall some evening summon our feared emissary to her abode. In a flash, she shall realize the incantation to achieve this. Oh, this is just telling me I have new things that I've obtained. Anything that I've already gotten.
A prophecy concerning doom. I have to find Lord Moros once again and call him here.
Okay, so I haven't gotten anything... I haven't gotten anything new yet. Just some new prophecies were added to the list, I see.
Nemesis on break, I guess.
Yeah, she's been missing the last couple runs. I wonder what she's doing.
Got a most troubling report. A sighting in the pathways on the outskirts of Cerberus. Did our eyes out there see true?
If it's Chronos that they saw, then yes. Now at least I know what he looks like. But he knows me in turn. Why do you think he let me go? Have we been compromised?
No one gets into the crossroads whom we don't permit, or can even know we're here. Not even him. So he's sniffing around? Fine. He wastes his time whilst you get closer to your mark.
Is he even capable of wasting time?
Can you waste yourself? I think so.
Headmistress couldn't ask for better familiars than you two.
So there are two there, but I wish I could zoom in and better make out what this is. Hypnos still sleeping, of course. I wonder what his role will be once he's awake. Like, will he just offer more dialogue? Or will he actually do something fun and interesting? I'm curious to find out eventually. Alright. Excellent, I can afford this. So the Centaur should be a huge upgrade for us in terms of just a bit of, honestly, just a whole lot of everything. This would be a really good card for the build I was running earlier too. A shame that I couldn't really use it. What else do we get? Omega Cast has plus 50 power whenever it detonates. Plus 25% damage to foes afflicted with at least 2 curse effects. Okay.
No use.
Why can't I equip it? Is it just permanently equipped, or? Cards that use 0 are auto-active, but only if their condition is met. Okay. Wait, what? Awakening. Activate cards that use 1 through 5 grasp. So I need to have cards that cost 3 grasps and 5 grasp. So I need to get more grasp too.
I can do this.
Well, I just did that. Cool. Awesome.
I can't.
Except, okay, there we go. So that's the 3 I needed because there were no other 3 options. That's fine. Oh wait, there was one down here. Yeah, that's fine. I probably wasn't going to be able to do that reliably. Your Omega moves have 3% chance to deal critical damage. That could be potentially good, but I think what we need now is 1, 2, 3. We just need the 5, so probably take this one since it's the only one oh, what is this? Start each night with 200 gold. That could be good, but I think the 2 magic every 1 second is better. And I definitely don't have enough silver to unlock the Moonstone Axe, so I think we'll just keep using the pickaxe for now until we can accumulate enough.
I don't sit.
Everyone's got to sit eventually.
But
Even...
Disciples is a tale for another circumstance.
Oh, Skelemius.
Commander, you once held a place of honor in my father's house, so you must know Cerberus. I think I found him in the morning fields, coated in miasma, heads to paws. Was he always prone to uncontrolled fits of rage?
Oh, no, he mostly sat around. We go way back. It's just, I kept strategically afar, seeing as he's kind of like a dog and I'm kind of like a bone. So now he's giving you some trouble, huh?
It's not his fault. Chronos must have cast him from the house and put him out to pasture. But if I can just break through all that grime, I'm certain I can calm him down.
I hope so.
He never did like bears, just so you know.
Cute.
The moon is waxing.
So is Kiwi. Just kidding. She's doing other self-care stuff today. Anyway. Oh gosh, why did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, Kiwi. I'm not removing that from the video. Anyway, well, since this one is shiny, we'll take the extra
should help me gather
bones that this gives. And this time I'm going to make sure that I don't give up this back attack, because this looks really strong. In fact, I hope for the Aphrodite passive again, because I think that would make that really, really strong in a build. But with all that said, Kiwi, I think that's the end of today's episode. We're going to run this on the next build, on the next run, or we're going to run the Twin Blades on the next run and hope for a win. Or at least a beat the Cerberus, because we're progressively getting further with each run. We're not quite there. We're trickling further and further into the gaining abilities, but we need more ash to get that. We need one more. Actually, we may not even have enough grass for it, but whatever. We'll figure it out in the next one. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.